Rightio, you know this segment, we know this segment, we know how to complain. That's why we do it.
We're so good at it.
And the goat is walking down the table to Kel Richards. What's got your goat?
Very much, sir. It's a brand new word which I've discovered which explains what's happening to our society. We call a society obesogenic when there are things in the society that are inclined to make people fat. The meals are too big, they're too full of fat, too much fast food. Now, there's also a word, stupidogenic. Brand new word. And that's when a society does this to your brain, not your body. When a society is full of stuff which is going to make you really stupid. People once knew how to look things up in reference books. Now, you just Google everything. People knew how to read maps years ago. Now you just use your GPS. But there's a study in England, the National Literary Fund said fewer than 1/3 of Britons now read books. People aren't reading books, newspapers, magazines. They're just on their smartphone the whole time, while they're walking down the street, while they're sitting on the train. AI is going to make it a whole lot worse. We are being turned into idiots by the society around us. We need to hear the word stupidogenic and make sure that doesn't apply to us.
There's an irony that they call it smartphones, isn't it? Maybe they should call them stupid phones.
No, the phone is smart, you're not.
Maybe, Joe, you know, depending on which state you're in, we need to bring back either the UBD, the Melways or the Gregory. And,
just national service and the death penalty should do it, Cal. But yeah, no, it is. We're just talking with Jamie before the show and Kel about how, because we were victims of, what is it, stupidogenesis? Is that the noun, stupidogenesis?
Stupidogenic is the society.
That's the adjective.
Stupidogenesis is the influence.
Is the influence. And we're victims of it.
We are.
Because we use Google. I would like just use Google Maps for just everything now.
Yep.
And then you just switch off and, you know, next thing you know, you're talking to a nice policeman who's giving you a ticket and away you go. A great way to meet people. But it is, I've become so used to having, you know, even when I knew the way to go, I would still put it in Google Maps.
Yes.
And then I would try to
find a faster way.
beat the map and try to find a faster way.
Well, that did
I like that it gives
how I
you...
met that nice policeman.
Yes,
I like
right.
it gives you an estimate of how long it's going to take for you to get there.
The
That
estimate
really
is-
helps when you're a type A
wildly off.
neurotic
But the worst thing is
personality.
going to websites, only websites that agree with you. So you're never challenged.
Yeah.
You never have to think, am I right? You never have to actually critically think. That's the death of
And
thinking.
of course, there's also, Jamie, what the kids call brain rot.
Yes.
On social media. A lot of it is just AI-generated content. Was that the Macquarie word? Was it the Oxford?
No, it was AI slop. It was there.
AI slop, that's it. Well, same thing. I mean, we get fed all this garbage. It's no wonder we're all going loopy.
We do, and my kids are victims of brain rot. That's that whole 6-7 thing. But that's why...
I got you to do it the other night. You've got to do it again. Do it.
No, I don't know. No. My kids were laughing when I came home.
The kids at home will go nuts. There we go.
But that's why we were talking about on this show that the increase of dementia is up 400% because we're not using our brains like what we used to. That if you can't
IQs
think
went
of
up
something...
in the 20th century and the 21st century. IQs are generally going down.
They're going down.
Not
Although,
surprised.
given what happened in the 20th century, I'm not sure that was a good thing.
Speaking of IQs declining, what's got your goat this week, Tara?
Why do you throw it to me with that line? I
Well, I'm not saying
know what
your
I'm supposed
IQ.
to imply.
Not your IQ. But you
Speaking
are
of
Thank you
stupid
for clearing that
Genesis,
up.
some low IQ
Yeah,
individuals.
well, I think they're low IQ. I mean, I live in an apartment, as many people do in Sydney these days, because quite frankly, not many of us can afford the huge cost of housing. And I am, frankly, it's got my goat that people who choose to live in apartments and accept living in apartments cannot accept that it is still a communal living space. I'll give you an example. We have a dog. He has lived there for longer than most people in that apartment. Barks a little bit when we leave the house. Suddenly, new neighbour, first time ever, complains about it. And they're working from home, and I get it, but if you want
well, go
no
to the office
noise,
then.
well, that, and also if you want no noise, then you will have to move out to the suburbs. You will have to move out to the country. It's noise is
Or
part of apartment
buy a pit
living.
bull and say, come in.
Yeah, I think my chihuahua would still try and take it.
Yeah, absolutely, it would. You've got a similar, if not worse.
I do. So where we live in Camaray, all of the houses are very close together, and backing onto ours is a 2-storey apartment building. And during the school holidays, my kids were playing outside. Now, if they were fighting, I might understand this, but they were just playing, having fun outside, and this woman yelled over our fence and was swearing all these profanities at the kids, said they need to be quiet. And I said to her, I'm so sorry, it's school holidays, just let them play. And she said, I work from home and I have every right to have a quiet environment. So then I yelled back, well, go into the office.
Exactly.
And she said, I'm jobbing you into the council.
Oh.
And I said, good luck. I would love to see their reaction to say, I'm complaining about some children playing outside.
Yeah.
This is the problem. It's the working from home, is that people think that they're entitled for the rest of their surroundings
Is there a
to be
Venn
quiet.
diagram?